Hello, Six Pack Sarah. Today, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're new. Today, I am going to share with you my empties from March, which I might say February sometimes. It doesn't feel like we're already in April, so I keep getting confused on what month was last. But yes, my March empties, and I kind of go over the numbers with you of what I've been using and how I'm doing with kind of like keeping up with my stash. I don't want to have too much, but I also like to have a good backup. But anyway, so I've been tracking my Scentsy bar numbers since the end of 2022, and then found some wax friends, partly from YouTube. Hello, if you are one of them, who also are tracking numbers and stuff. So my system has largely stayed the same, but has evolved a little bit. Um, anyway, so I mostly am doing Scentsy bars right now, but I'm starting to kind of get more into being more accountable with my vendor wax. But I didn't buy any vendor wax for almost an entire year after I started tracking Scentsy bars. So I didn't have a huge stash for a while, but it did grow quickly. So I'm going to try to start tracking that better. But for now, we are going to focus on the numbers of Scentsy bars. And my goal is to not purchase more than I use for the whole year and kind of keeping that as a month by month thing. I did not do well in that in 2024 for whatever reason. I thought I was doing good, and then I just ended up like I used a good amount of wax, but with, I guess, getting excited for new things, I bought more than I expected, and the Scentsy Club situation that just keeps growing. Well, no, I cut it, but it's big enough. Okay, so in March I did a really good job on my numbers. I only purchased 6 bars, and most of those were limited time offers, and I only purchased the ones I wanted. There was a couple that I had put into a monthly club to just get one more of before I delete it, and I did that. So I only ended up getting 6 new Scentsy bars in March, and I used up 21. My goal is to, like, just kind of a benchmark, my goal is to do about one a day, but I have bars that only have 1 cube, I have bars that have 5 cubes, like, they're all over the place. So using up one a day doesn't necessarily mean I'm using a full 30 bars of wax. But anyway, we were sick again in March. We had been sick in February once, and then in March, and when the whole family's down, I don't do as much wax, fresh wax, as when it's just me at home and the kids are at school. So I only ended up emptying out 21 bars, but that's still 15 more bars than I purchased, and I ended up at the end of the month with, for the entire 2025 year, my numbers was I've still used up 1 more bar than I purchased, which is the first time that's happened in a long time. So I was very happy about that. Anyway, so that's the numbers for Scentsy bars. Next, we will just go through what those ones are that I emptied. Okay, so the first bar I used up in March was Christmas Cottage Mint. I believe I ended up using this in the basement, which normally basement scents are often, the ones I don't like as much, because then I can, then I'm not around them constantly. But I actually do really like this one. It's just that it was the end, like, it didn't feel quite appropriate anymore, since it's definitely very Christmassy. So I just wanted to use it up and not hold this one over until next year. Sometimes I don't mind doing it, but I didn't really want to have an extra of this. So I think I have 1 or 2 more left of these because of a clearance sale. But I do really like this one. My favorite of this Scentspirations collection was Christmas Cottage Wreath, which kind of surprised me, but I really did like that one a lot. And I do like this. When it's on, I do enjoy it. But I thought I should only pick one from that collection, so I picked to put in my club. So I picked Christmas Cottage Wreath, but I am enjoying that one. And I do enjoy Christmas Cottage Cider, but that was probably the least of all four, including the original Christmas Cottage. After that, I used up Happy Birthday. My second child, her birthday is March 2nd. So I used this up pretty early in the month, and we enjoy this a lot. I also end up using birthday wishes in some of the warmers. I don't think that I did anything else besides those two for her, but we always enjoy Happy Birthday and birthday wishes on birthdays. Well, I enjoy it the most because usually they're at school, but I enjoy it, having it on while I'm making and decorating cakes. It's good for the ambiance. Okay. I also finished up a cinnamon bear. I don't remember how I finished it up this month. I avoided this for years, thinking that it would be too intense. And my husband has a very random cinnamon allergy. Like, he's not allergic to baking cinnamon, just like candy stuff. So I remember early on saying, do you think this would be too cinnamony for you? Do you think this would bother you? And he wasn't sure, so I just avoided it. But as the years went on, I decided to try it, and I actually really like it. The scent Goody Goody Gumdrop that came out around Thanksgiving with the sugared chalet bundle that sold out really fast. I think I really like that bar, but I think what I like about it reminds me, like, it feels like it's cinnamon bear mixed with some fruit. And so I think what I like the most is the cinnamon bear part, or the cinnamon that's in there. That's the same. So yeah, I do really like cinnamon bear. I don't probably melt it as much as I should, but it's a good mixer, and I do enjoy it during the Christmas time or winter time. I used up my first bar of Luck of the Rainbow. This was the scent of the month in, I believe, February. And yeah, it's really yummy candy lemon, like a lemon drop or lemon Skittles, lemon Starburst, those types of lemons. I think it's really good. I thought that the sherbet lemon from the Harry Potter Honeydukes collection smelled very similar, but that one leaned cleaner to me when we put it on, so much so that my husband would say, "Oh, did you clean something today?" And I would say, "No, I didn't." Maybe I should have just said yes. I used up a bar of salted caramel cider. This was a brick this past winter from our holiday bricks, and it doesn't quite smell exactly what I hoped it would, like listening to reviews and the description, but I do like it, and I didn't end up purchasing any actual bricks. So this is in my club for now, but I'm not sure if it will stay. Just kind of depends on how it works for me over time. But I do like it, and I often will mix it with things too. It's a good mixing caramel, but it is salty. Like, that sniff I got just tasted salty. I didn't even taste anything. I used up Peppermint Rush. This I ended up mostly just using in my bathroom. It's a little too intense for us to have in our open area to smell full time, but to walk into the bathroom and have it smell fresh and clean, like we've just brushed our teeth type of fresh and clean. But I do like it, but I have had bars in the past that I held on to too long. I didn't think the mint aged very well. So I limit myself to one or two. I do have one extra, probably from a flash sale or something, that I will enjoy next winter. Next is King Cake. This was last year. We had a Mardi Gras collection. This is the only one I ended up trying, and I really liked it last year. I was craving it. I would mix it with things. And then this year, when I was mixing this bar, I would wonder, I forget what I thought was on, but it'll come to me probably, but it wasn't what I expected it to be. I was kind of not a super fan. But then the last time I warmed it, of course, I did enjoy it. So it's in my club. I'm actually going I didn't tell my mom this yet, but I'm going to gift her one for her birthday next week. And so I'll keep it in my club at least one more time and see how I feel about it, but we'll see. But my mom really does like that one, so maybe I'll just keep it for her. Okay, I used up NHL Fresh Ice. This one, when I first got it, I really liked it because it was the closest mint to me to Whiteout, which is my favorite. But there's enough sandalwood in here that I didn't like it as much. And then when Whiteout came back from Bring Back My Bar, I was immediately like, done. I'm done with NHL. I only want Whiteout. And I think the sandalwood is getting stronger. But I do like sandalwood. It's just that when I put on NHL, I think to myself, I want it to be minty. And then there's the sandalwood. So I like it, but it's more like I have to remind myself to use it rather than going and enjoying using that. So I think I have one more bar of that too to get through. And then I'll be Whiteout, all Whiteout. Snowberry. This is one of my very first scents from Scentsy. I don't know. It might have been a year into Scentsy, but it was back in like 2012 or something. I had Snowberry. My son, my oldest, got one of the cat. Is it Scrat? Anyway, Scentsy Buddies, and we got him a Scentsy a scent pack in Snowberry. So for me, this smells like kitty. This smells like when my oldest was little, and I like it a lot. And I did warm the wax, but it's mostly a kitty smell. And I do like the car bars in my car, although those are now, car bars are done. Scentsy's just switched to scent circles. But the weird thing is, I think it was like 2 years ago, we got a new rug for our basement, and finally made it downstairs, and there was this weird smell on it, like it was just kind of musty or something. And I thought it was from the rug, like from the house it came from, or the truck someone, I don't know. But what I finally realized when I warmed Snowberry later is the end of this bar for me now has that musky note. And so I think, like, I like the first fruit part of it, and then that dies off, and there's something in the background now that, like, I really pick up. And I don't think I would have picked it up if I hadn't had that rug situation. So it's really weird, but I still really, really like this. I just have to take it out after like 18 hours because otherwise I get a weird scent that I'm not used to. I don't know. So hopefully I can continue to enjoy that scent that I've always loved. Okay, creme de menthe. Oh, I did try a second bar from the Mardi Gras collection because this is it. Creme de menthe. This is a minty scent. Oh, I'm getting like real fresh garden mint right now. I got this in clearance last May, but I had originally tried it with the collection too. And when I put it on in my house, I didn't smell much. Like, it was there, but I think it's just the tone of the scent didn't stand out in my house. So I really do think it was a my house situation. Because my mom really liked it, and she said she could smell it fine. And I like the scent in theory, like when I sniff it. Maybe not as much as some of my other mint scents like Whiteout, but I do like it. So when it was in clearance, I went ahead and grabbed 3, and I'm gifting one away and keeping one. And I'll use that probably this summer, but maybe not till the winter. All right, Chase Rainbows Yellow. This is the original packaging. Again, a clearance sales bar. This is the one I've mentioned. It smells kind of waxy or weird in this packaging, but so far my sparkling yellow, which is what they named it in the catalog, are fine. So hopefully those ones stay fine, because I really do like this scent. But the older bars are weird for me. I think I have one more after this based on my notes, but I can't find it. So I was going to warm it yesterday and I can't find it. So this could be my last one and I forgot to update, but I'm pretty sure I have one more. partial bars somewhere. We'll find out later. Mint to be Merry. This one is a mint cookie scent, really. Like, I think it smells the most like Bath & Body Works Peppermint Sugar Cookies, which smells just like one of our favorite Christmas cookies, which is a swirled mint cookie. And I really like this one a lot. But sometimes I think there's like a teeny tiny hint of chocolate that comes out or something. I don't know. Sometimes something comes out and I end up adding like sugar cookie or something to it. So every once in a while it's not perfect, but I do really love it. And go through quite a bit of that in the wintertime. Strawberry lemon cake. In case you didn't figure it out, I am a bakery lover. Strawberry lemon cake is a lighter scent, but I've always been able to smell it. But I often do it in either areas that don't have a lot of scent or are a small bedroom or something. Anyway, but I do really like this one. I wouldn't say it lasts as long as some others, but for me it's worth it because I love it so much. I just tried the strawberries and cream bar from last scent of the month. That one, it's fine, but it's, for me, strawberry lemon cake is the way to go. So fortunately I have multiple bars of this in my club because I go through it a lot, especially in the summer. That I can do when it's I could pretty much do it any time of the year, except that I also love spice scents. So in the fall and winter I'm not choosing it, not because I don't like that one, but because I have so many others. But end of winter, spring, summer, all of those I will do strawberry lemon cake. So I go through a lot of it. Whipped frosting. This was also from the Sugared Chalet collection with the Goody Goody gumdrops in the fall. And it's really weird because on cold, I think, I don't care for this. I don't know if it smells too milky or what. But then when I warm it, I do like it, but I have a hard time just doing it on its own because as a vanilla scent, it's not as obvious or whatever. I really do need to just put like a half a bar or a whole bar all over the place and see what I think. But since it's hard to come by, I haven't done that. But when I mix it with things, I go, something smells really good. So I think I do like it better, much better warming than in the clam. So for now it's at my club, and we'll see if I continue to like it like that. I keep using up the bars I have, so I try again. I smelled it before I showed you. Churro Churro is one of my favorite Scentsy bars. When it was out in the catalog a few years ago, I totally overlooked it. I smelled the tester and I was like, it's kind of boring. I don't think it's much. But then when it came out from Bring Back My Bar, I think it was summer of 2023. A lot of times in the summer, I'm not placing a big order, so I had it in a Scentsy club and didn't get to try it till like the end of the month. But I definitely wished I had known how much I wanted it earlier in the month because I would have bought like a 6-pack. So I still do have 2 in my club, quarterly club, because I end up going. Once I put it on, I go through a bunch of it at a time. But then I kind of pace myself and do a bunch of other things. So I do have plenty of bars. I just need to. But it's so good. It's like the sugary, it's like really cinnamon sugary, but it's, I would say, heavier on the sugar, but it's so good. But there are similar scents in some vendor wax too, so I have to be careful how many of those I get because I really like it, but I don't need it. Well, I would do it every single day, but then my nose would go nose blind. Sugar cookie I used up, and I'm pretty sure I mixed this with various things in my pile and various things that aren't in my pile because they're not empty yet. I go through quite a bit of sugar cookie, and now I'm going to be going through my brick of it, so I need to cut that up so that I can actually use it. The last Scentsy bar I used up, apart from 5 that I'm gifting is Sweet Cream Spice. I got this in a flash sale. Oh no, it was in the clearance section, got updated. And I bought it sight unseen. Like, I'd never smelled it before, and I think I bought 3. This was my last one, and I did enjoy it for a while, but I am glad it's used up. There's something coming out in it that makes it smell like some of Scentsy's other bakeries that I don't personally love. But it was good while I had it. But I am glad that I didn't end up having a ton more of it to try to get through. The last Scentsy thing I want to talk about is not empty yet, but I used it and I just wanted to mention it. It's Fruit and Hazelnut Waffle Delight from Disney's Signature Treats. On cold, this makes me think I kind of like it, but I think it's going to be too intense based on my past experience. When I had blueberry pancakes, I literally couldn't even finish that bar because it was too intense. I think it gave me headaches. And most scents don't give me headaches, but some of them will be borderline. And I'm pretty sure that one gave me headaches. But when so far I've only done it twice. Both times in our little bathroom, which is out of the way, kind of by our back door, but near our kitchen. And so I gifted 1 cube, and then in our mini warmer, I did a cube one time, or 1 cube 2 different times. And when it's warming, I do really like it. I would say, even though it pictures strawberries and bananas, it leans a little blueberry for me. But then when it's warming, it's much sweeter than just the blueberry. So I was really pleasantly surprised. I don't think I'm sad that it's not in my club because it is $1 more at a licensed bar, and it's not going to be a scent I crave a ton, but I have been really enjoying that. So that's really good and a real happy thing. So I just wanted to mention it. If you ever saw it in clearance or something, I do think it's worth picking up, which I didn't think it would be true on cold. So that's all for the Scentsy bars. I'm going to go through vendor wax that I used up now. And again, a lot of this I've been using for several months. So it's usually not all at one time. And some of this is not dated from when I got it. So Lavender and Speckles Frosted Lemon Pound Cake. This was from my very first Lavender and Speckles order last year. It was just the 6-shape bag. And I tend to take one of their shapes and cut it in half and do it in 2 warmers, either in my kitchen or alternating with something else in my living room. The first few times I used it, it smells like something else right now. The first few times I used it, I was like, I think I like it, but is there something perfumey, or is the lemon too something? I don't know. But then definitely by the end, I was very much enjoying it, and I was sad it was going to be gone. And then she offered it in a pre-order, so despite myself, I went in and grabbed. I think I'm getting a snap bar, so yeah, that'll be fun. Next, I used up banana bread carbs from Rose Girls, and this was my sample from my July order. Banana cream pie, baked zucchini bread, cookies, and donuts and bread. I don't love banana scents, although partly that's because my husband doesn't love banana at all. But I didn't smell too much banana in here. It mostly sweetened it up, kind of like when you're making banana bread or banana muffins. You don't necessarily taste the banana, at least in our recipe. If I mash them well, then it just sweetens it. It doesn't necessarily make it full on banana. So that's kind of what it did for me. And the baked zucchini bread, I think, is what really came out for me, and I really enjoyed that. I could be wrong. It could be the donuts. I don't know. But I did enjoy that sample a lot more than expected. I don't think I would repurchase it by as is, but I would try another zucchini bread blend from Rose Girls. Peppermint sugar cookies, I got this in November of 2024 from Lavender and Speckles, and this one I thought, and on cold sniffs I also thought, that I would enjoy There's one with cupcakes at Tiffany's in it, but I can't remember the name right now. Both minty bakery scents. I thought I would enjoy that one better, but this is the one I was craving, so this one is the one I got through. I don't think I've ordered any more, but I would definitely repurchase this in the future. Hopefully she'll wait to offer it for a while because I need to stop myself. But I did enjoy that one. I used up 2 of my sample cups from the Cider Lane sample from Lavender and Speckles it was in like September, or got them like in September. I really enjoyed that sampler. The woodsy ones were okay, but I didn't like smelling them full time so much. But so I have Cider Lane plus strawberry pound cake plus vanilla frosting, and I have Cider Lane plus ice cream plus Mac apple. I think I like the strawberry pound cake one better. The Mac apple sounds like it would go with it better, but for something about it just kind of it wasn't doing it for me. I don't know if it was the day or not, but I did it 2 different days and had the same kind of feeling both times. So I think I preferred the strawberry pound cake version. And I can't remember the names of whichever other ones. There was 2 others that I really liked even better than this one, but I did like this one. I don't know if I'd repurchase it just because I'm trying to be cautious about getting too much. But if it were in another sampler or as a sample or something, I would enjoy having more. Okay, snow is coming. More Lavender and Speckles. I did a good job on my Lavender and Speckles stash this month, which is good because I just placed my customs order. And she's coming out with Gilmore Girls early May. And Gilmore Girls is the reason I even hopped onto her website to begin with. But Snow is Coming is one of the Gilmore Girls blends. It has sweet mint, creamy vanilla, maple syrup, bourbon, and a hint of roasted pine cone. I thought my mom would really like this just like me, and it's either the bourbon or the roasted pine cone is way too perfumey for her. But I think it's fabulous. I do kind of have to be in the mood. Some days I'm like, no, not today. But when I like it, I really like it. And I also tried it in our big bathroom where I do peppermint rush and we brush our teeth and all. So I like minty scents in that bathroom in particular, and that was really good for me. But I tried doing a half of a shape. It wasn't enough. I did a full shape and it was just right. And then it was just, I don't know, something about it. Like maybe it was the mint plus, like with the pine cone being perfumey, like it kind of worked for a bathroom because you can have colognes and shower gels and all that in there. I don't know. It worked for me. So I liked it so much in there. I haven't used it a lot in my open space, so I can't really tell you how I feel about it in the open space, but I liked it there. And in our bedroom. It worked both places, which they're right next to each other. Okay, I used up finally my first Grace and Ivy Candle Company little sample. It had 5 little hearts in here. And I've tried 1 in a warmer, 2 in a warmer. I don't know if I noticed a difference in performance from one little shape to 2. But this on cold didn't really smell to me like a lemon cupcake. There was lemon and there was something else, but it was just, I don't know. And then on warm, it was kind of the same. But the weirdest thing is when I cleaned out my warmers, yeah, it's just not my favorite lemon. When I cleaned out my warmers, there was like weird stuff in it. Like maybe it just wasn't melted all the way, but it was the consistency of, this is weird, but if you've ever had a diaper go through your washing machine and it gets all the stuff everywhere, that's what it reminded me of. It was that consistency. So I wasn't really a fan of that. So we'll see how my other samples go as I go through some scents. But that was my first experience with them. Okay, lastly, I got through my Ooey Gooey donut holes from Rose Girls. I got this last March. This is another one where some days it was good, Some days it was weird. I found that in this room, my office here, I liked it the best. And I don't know if any of it had to do with being over time or the day or the space. But sometimes extra cinnamony would come out, and sometimes extra something would come out. I think the ooey gooey caramel is the thing that I'm not in love with. And I like caramel usually, but I think it leans. I have not figured out what it smells like to me. Something. I'm just not a huge fan of something in it. But then I think I like the donut hole. So I think when the donut holes would come out more prominently, then I was a fan. And when it was the caramel, I was not necessarily a fan. I don't know. That's just my guess. So I did enjoy the second half of this bag more than the first half, but I don't think I would repurchase it. But I'm testing out some more donut hole scents. I have another ooey gooey something scent that also kind of is weird like that, so that's one reason I think it's the ooey gooey. Okay, I think that's all. Nope, I wanted to talk about candles. I knew I'd forget them. Okay, I have 2 candles that I finished up fully. Something tells me there's a third one, but I haven't figured out what it is, and it could have just been in February. I forgot to check my notes. So I used up Eastern Standard Provisions Warm Soft Pretzel. You can purchase literally soft pretzels from Eastern Standard Provisions. They're like the soft pretzel style, but frozen. Like Aunt Annie's and other brands have stuff you can put in the freezer section in the store that I don't think are that great. These are my favorite of the ones I've tried. But the deals haven't been as good, so I don't get to buy them anymore. But I think they have them at Costco too. I don't know. I stopped going to Costco because it's too far away. But they made this candle. And so when I did place my last order, I ended up snagging the candle. I think it was a one-time thing. I don't think they have it full-time. But I do like it. It had to grow on me, but I do like it. It actually didn't burn as fast as I expected to, especially when I saw that it was starting to tunnel. I was like, okay, that's going to be done in like 3 days. But I lit this several times, and for quite a long time, most of the times I did it. And then right when it was near the end, my daughter was like, oh, that smells really good. I'm like, yeah, sorry, it's almost gone. So I'm sad that it tunneled that much because I felt like I could have used more of that wax. Although I really should try putting it in my candle crock. I still haven't gotten it back out since we did some redecorating stuff because I haven't figured out a good place to put it. But I should save this aside so that when I do get it out, I can try that because that would be fun. But as far as burning this candle, it doesn't light anymore. And I was decently happy with the performance. Alright, I used up a Kohl's Holiday Cookies candle. I've had this several times. It just kind of adds a bakery note to the air, so it goes good with many other candles that I've got on. Whether it's a bakery candle or not, kind of just sweetens up whatever I've got. Unfortunately, I think one time I burnt it too long because it got sooty, but I'm stubborn and kept burning it anyway. And like I said, my candle crock wasn't out, so it was easy to just it was just easier to keep lighting it than to pull out the candle crock. But I got it all the way to the bottom. It doesn't light anymore. So apart from the grossness, it burned really well. Like it got everything all the way down, way to the bottom. There's not even a ½ inch. And I probably should have stopped when it was a ½ inch, but I didn't. Anyway, so this was a pretty glass. It looked really good with my Christmas decor. It looked really good with my winter stuff. It would still look good with my spring that has kind of green accents, but it's done. So that was good. So those are what I emptied in March. There was plenty more that I worked on, but those are what are emptied and done with. So thank you for watching. Let me know if what you are most interested in seeing, and what, if there's anything that caught your eye that you liked, and let me know what you were able to get through in your month. And I will be back next month with my next numbers update. Bye.